It's only been 2.5 months since I started selling digital downloads on Etsy, and I've already managed to become a star seller with a quite profitable shop. In this video, I will show you how I was able to quadruple my sales and 5x my revenue in such a short time by using data and AI in a smart way. I'll show you exactly how you can use data to make more informed decisions about what products to sell next, as well as how you can properly use AI tools to increase the quality of your products and offer even more value back to your customers, which is guaranteed to increase sales. If you stick to the end, I'll show you 2 methods I use to drive thousands of free visits to my store and products. It's been exactly 76 days since I've made my first sale on Etsy, and since then my store was visited about 5,000 times. With an average conversion rate of 3.2%, I made 167 sales, which resulted in about 400 euros in revenue, which is approximately $400. With a 100% response rate and an average 5-star rating, I was able to surpass every threshold required for becoming a star seller. Unfortunately, you need to wait 90 days after your first sale to receive your star seller badge. So I will officially become a star seller on the 23rd of March. Maybe I already am, depending on when I publish this video. To increase my chances of succeeding on Etsy, from the beginning I set in place a very simple plan with 3 phases. In my last video, I showed you how I was able to make my first sales and grow extremely quickly, and in less than a month get Etsy to notice my store and push my products to a larger audience. That was the quick growth phase, and before doing anything else, I would recommend watching that video first. Now we are in the constant profitability phase. This means that we are already profitable, and the goal is to increase our revenue and profit margins, but also to increase the flow of sales we get. To achieve that, we need to be a bit more strategic when it comes to selecting what products to sell. That's why I used Etsy's API to analyze information about approximately 6,000 top-selling products from 70 different stores in the digital downloads niche. In my previous video, I did something similar, but I only focused on what is popular, which has led me to calendars and planners. But now we want something a bit more sophisticated than that, because there are other important factors when it comes to choosing your next product or product category, like how much competition is there, how high is the profit margin, or how desirable is the product, which is something we can measure by the number of favorites the product receives. To make things easier, I made a spreadsheet that uses this data to help me discover hidden opportunities based on what is it that I'm looking for at the time. Specifically, I devised 2 different methods for finding new product categories to sell. The first one uses a trade-off equation between 4 different factors to rank all the categories and return the best ones. The weight of each factor for ranking the categories is defined by our own preferences. For example, if I simply want categories with the lowest competition but do not care about anything else, I simply max out competition and leave the rest out of the equation. And the categories that pop up are the following. Now, in my case, after playing around with the tool, I decided to focus mostly on invitations and paper, as well as party supplies. But what you focus on depends entirely on your own preferences and research you do. The second method I devised uses a 3-step process to discover the best categories to sell in based on how strict we want to be. Step 1, find the best categories with the least amount of competition. Step 2, use the categories you discovered in step 1 to find the ones that get the most visibility and are also desirable. Step 3, use the categories you discovered in step 2 to find the ones with the highest possible profit margin. And that's how you discover hidden opportunities. By the way, if you like this spreadsheet and want to use it for your own Etsy business, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can download it. After playing around a bit with my tool, After playing around a bit, I was happy to see that Valentine's Day cards were in there because we were getting close to Valentine's Day, and I wanted to take advantage of that to drive even more sales to my store. So the products I decided to sell after my research were a game I created for couples, Valentine's Day cards, Valentine's Day gift tags, a Valentine's Day mega bundle that includes everything, and printable art. I really didn't want to sell that last one, but I added it to prove a point, which I'll get to later. So basically, I only added 5 products, which is not that many. So in order to remain profitable, I needed to find a way to increase the prices of my products without reducing the number of orders I was getting. The way you do that is by increasing the value you give back to your customers, therefore making them willing to pay more for your product. To achieve this, I used AI, but the proper way to use AI, and I cannot stress this enough, is as a tool to improve your products and processes, not as the product itself. Everyone is rushing to sell AI art on Etsy and everywhere else, and people are just fed up with it. So that's the main reason you shouldn't do it. To prove my point, I tried selling the product I showed you before during the Valentine's Day period, mind you, where everything sells. I tried all the marketing methods I'm going to show you later. I spent money on ads specifically to advertise this product for days, and I still didn't manage to get a single sale. For some of my other products though, I used AI as a tool alongside Photoshop to create multiple designs and offer a variety of different sizes as well, all of them together as a single product, therefore increasing the value the customer receives after each purchase. This approach works and drives more sales. So it's up to you to discover how you are properly going to incorporate AI into your own business. Right, so the products are ready and up on my store. I now just need people to see them. To do this, I mainly used 2 different methods, and both of them seem to have worked. Thousands of new people have visited my store. But before I show you exactly how I did it, let me very briefly remind you about the much bigger project that is running on this channel. The goal of this project is to turn $10,000 to $10 million using years of experience in data science and AI by creating as much value as possible and by building real, legit businesses from scratch. 50% of that is going to go back to you people to help you fund your own side hustles and businesses, donate to charitable causes you care about, or simply have some fun with it. To be eligible to receive these funds, of course, you need to be part of our community on Patreon and Discord. For more information about the project and more, you can watch this video here or here, I don't know. Okay, that's enough of that. Now let's see 2 proven methods you can use to increase traffic to your Etsy store for free. The first method is what I call cyclic reference, which is basically internal linking if you are familiar with SEO terminology, but for Etsy. It basically goes like this. First, create a bundle of products that have a similar theme, in this case, Valentine's Day. Then, for each of your products, add the bundle thumbnail to the listing and also link back to it in the description. This is not so much about selling the bundle itself, it's more about letting the customer know what other extremely similar products you are selling. After implementing this strategy, I noticed a significant increase in store visits and followers. So that was the first method. Another more effective approach for driving even more visits to your store is by finding a way to promote your products on TikTok, which is not as easy as it sounds. After searching for Valentine's Day videos on TikTok, I noticed that crafts and games around couples attracted a lot of views. That is the exact reason why I created the game for couples I showed you before that has this DIY element to it. This game was going to be sort of my Trojan horse. So I made the game, created a short video and published it on TikTok. It did not go viral as I wanted, but it received around 14,000 views, which is not that bad. Overall, I managed to sell only 6 pieces of that game, but that wasn't the point anyway. The most important thing that happened is that a lot of new people came from TikTok to my store and bought some of my other stuff. And this is how I got to 4x my sales and 5x my revenue. So to sum things up, you need to be more careful when it comes to deciding what products to sell. You need to use AI to improve the quality of your products, so increase the value you offer back to your customers. And you need to find out of the box ways for promoting your products. And with that, we are out of the profitability phase. And now on to our next goal, which is to become sustainable for the long run. Sustainable in this case means to get this store to a place where it continues to make a steady flow of sales without depending so much on seasonal trends. So I'll let you know how that goes in a future video. If you like this video as well as the much bigger project we're going to go after, subscribe to this channel to join our journey, join our community through Patreon and Discord, and I'll see you when I see you. Until then, stay hungry, stay foolish. Okay, bye!